Farm family, good morning. Getting my day started. You know I have my partner in crime with me. But since our last video, a lot has changed. If you're watching the videos in order, the last video you saw me post, from that video until today, there's probably at least almost 3 months time span of things that have changed around the farm. So let's see if we could catch you up to speed. The first thing that's changed is we've had to get even more creative around how we take care of this watering situation because of WB right over there. He, yeah, a menace to society being the Brown family farm. But yeah, so in the previous video you saw what Natalie and I did in an effort to try to fix that situation, but it didn't work. Let's take a closer look. Yeah, it didn't work. We tried a lot of different things, but it essentially only made things worse. So let me show you what we have going on now. And Achilles wants to come in so bad. So essentially, WB kept flipping the water. You can see it looks like a little bit of a mud pit over here because as recently as yesterday, he was flipping water over. But what we've done, which appears to be working so far, is off of the hot wire, I've run hot wire around the tank. And what that does is it stops him from being able to, flip it with his head, right? Because that's how he was doing it. He was putting his head against it, flipping it. So essentially, the hot wire is close enough that he can't do that. It's also close enough to the tank that, as you saw with Coco, the cows can still drink water, right? So the only way they'll get shocked is if they literally try to flip or touch the tank. And the girls, Coco and Tiny, they're good. They never do that anyways. Just knucklehead right there. But the rebar idea didn't work. He was still flipping it. And y'all know the cost of everything is going up. I'm going to take this all away, clean that up, now that we're not going to use that setup anymore. Y'all know how much tanks cost, the cost of everything. So this 100-gallon tank is probably, I'll have to look up the price, but it's probably at least $150 right now. And should never break. You should have it essentially forever. No, WB has a crack that he's put in it through just the force of him flipping it. That's on that side and that side. So essentially we can only use like a little less than 50% of the tank to fill up with water until we buy a new one. As you always have to do on a homestead, you just test things out. So I'm testing this out right now to see how it goes. If it works, then I'm gonna make it look presentable, buy a new tank, and that should help fix him. Yeah, you don't shake your head. No, it should help fix him from flipping his water. We do have Bahia or Bahia, tomato, grass here on the property. So if you're familiar with that grass, you know it's dormant right now. So we have the cows on hay. So let me show you what that's looking like. So right here is the cow feeder that I built like year one. It really could hold a round bale, but right now we feed the cows regular, 2 or 3 string bales, but it keeps their hay out of the element. It's super sturdy, so even the likes of him can't destroy it. But the thing I like most about it is that it's on skids. So if you look right here, you can see it's on skids on both sides. And here's the string. So hook that up to the tractor and we can pull it. So by it being on skids, whenever we rotate the cows from pasture to pasture, we can take their hay feeder with them. And, you know, that's how you work smart, not hard, especially on a homestead. Once again, with the cost of everything, it's just easier. And I was able to build that, which works perfectly fine for significantly less than the cost of a cradle feeder or just any round bill feeder. And in my opinion, it's more sturdy. And with everything that this guy has put us through with the water, I'm pretty sure if I had a cradle feeder or a round bill feeder, anything like that, he would have just made a toy out of it anyway. So it works for us. The next thing that has changed is I needed a way to close out some of the stalls so that the goats would stop utilizing the stalls as a place to lie and sleep and turn into their diaper, if you know what I mean. So built those two doors and put them on the stalls. Perfect. Although they lost access to those two stalls, they still have that stall and one stall on the other side of the barn that they still have access to get out of the elements, lay down, get some water, all that good stuff. There we go. The next thing that's changed since my last video, which was about 3 months ago, from a filming perspective, that is we now have more chickens. When we first got chickens, we had 16 chickens, and just over the course of time, just natural selection, you know, the smart ones making it through, we dwindled down all the way to 6. And some of these ladies are older anyway, so we needed to replace them. So that's what we've done. So let's go in and take a look. We've added seven total, 6 hens, and as you can see, the big boy there, oh, there he goes, bam, a rooster. People say for every dozen to, 12 to 14 hens, you want 1 rooster, and that's exactly what we have right now. So yeah, about to let them out for the day. There we go. 3, 4, and 5. Bam. So oh, y'all gotta stay in there. Sorry, y'all gotta stay. So if you're wondering why keep the chickens in there, it's quite simple. Want them to know that we want them to know that that's their home, and we want them to know that in the evening, this coop is where they come back to roost. So we're going on 3 weeks. We're going on 3 weeks. I'm a little over 3 weeks actually since we got them. So in a couple of days here, going to let them out, and I think they've been in there long enough to realize this is where we're supposed to live. This is where we're supposed to roost. So I would say mission accomplished there. Alrighty, just threw a little food down for the chickens. I can see there's some watermelon that they were working on. But for the hens and rooster, still locked up there, gonna fill their food, so they'll be set. Can just about stand in here, but want to get their food filled. They're clearly hungry. They're over here poking at this bucket, and that's how I do it. Just scoop it into this PVC that's right there. But they are poking away at the food while it's in the bucket. So they were definitely hungry, and boy do they eat. I've never had to fill this PVC so often, and their waterer back there. Man, I'm filling that bucket feels like all the time, so yeah. We fed the hens still locked up. I'm gonna give some scratch to the hens that we let out so that they can enjoy a snack as well. Bam. There you go. Snack time. They love their scratch. The next thing that's changed since the last video uploaded, got my girl Frankie with me. We've added some more license plates to this side of Frankie's house and on the other side. Although you've seen in one of my shorts that Frankie, and you can see the bucket right there, does eat in her house. We've added this one right here, hanging off of the fence, that we put her some feed in. It's just an easy way to make sure that she has food if we're unsure if the bucket is empty or not. You know, her greens and fruits. You know she loves grapes if you've been watching any of our shorts. It's easier when she's done with, you know, eating out of our hand. We just pour them into the bucket and she's good to go. Isn't that right? Oh, you want some loving, you lay down. When she lays down like that, it means she wants some scratches. I'm on the wrong side of the fence. And then you have this guy. When he puts his paw like that, it means he wants some loving. All right, I see you, buddy. I see you. Over there is the change I'm going to tell you about next. But, of course, I got to get Zeus over into the pen with the boys. So that's what I'm about to do now. Good morning, fellas. Oreo, I see you. I'm getting big, man. All right. Mike, peanut butter, what's up? Those horns are fierce, buddy. Come on, Zeus. Really? And there goes Achilles, taunting via the fence line. What's new? What's new, y'all? All right. Over in this shed that's behind the shop, I don't know if I've shown this often, but this is where we keep the hay of whatever animals over here in the back pasture, which happens to be the goats right now. So the goats, they love peanut hay. I don't know if that's something you have available in your area, but the cows have their hay, the goats have their hay, and they love this stuff. Let me show you. So first off, it gets carried to them like it's on a pizza platter, but you already see them, right? Bam, they're ready. Let's get it to them. So as you can see, they've taken off running. They're ready. Yo, Oreo, what's on your horns, man? A little bit of peanut butter here. Y'all been fighting this morning, huh? Ramming each other. Okay. Looking kind of brown there. Must be breeding season for you there, Oreo. For Valentine, huh? So, it's in there. Speaking of feeders I built, this is another feeder I built. Similar, this one's on skids. Right there, you can see the rope right there that I used to pull it. But this is another one, it's dual use. So, keeps the food out of the elements. Up top is perfect for hay, as you can see them enjoying right now. On the bottom, catches their food, so helps eliminate waste to a certain degree. But also, whenever we give them feed like grain, that's where we put it. So, yeah. All right, dig in. Bon appetit. They love that stuff. Wanted to try to capture it on video, but peanut butter and Oreo there, man, they've been fighting a lot lately. And they just had a little tussle. Jockeying for position with the hay that they're eating there. But yeah, they love it, as you can see. They are going in, having a time of their life with this hay. Little ASMR action. So, the last thing I wanted to film, that's an update. What's up, Frankie? I kind of alluded to. And there it is. Let's take a closer look. So, I don't know if you have ever been able to see it in past videos. If not, I'll see if I can find an old clip to show you. So, when we first bought this house, this old playground was built by the previous owner, and this house is, you know, about 13 years old, so it's been here for a while. We plan on building something of our own for the girls, so since we've been here, this has just been sitting here for going on the 2 years. It's almost been 2 years since we've been here. It's not being used, so I have an idea for what we could do with it. From over there in the house yard, I moved it over here for the goats. So we built a ramp for them to get to the second level, which we also feed them on. We enclosed it with pallets, as you can see. Enclosed it with pallets. We also built that platform right there that they love to get up on, lay on, sleep on. We also feed them right there sometimes. Then we have this other platform right here for them to jump around on and play on, as well as this tire. So once they get to the top, they could jump down from there to the ground, or to the tire to get down from the second story, if you will. We also have the slide that they actually do use. It's funny when they do use it. There was, you know, regular swings over here, human swings, if you will. We took those down and we built this swing that's just for the goats. So they get up on there, and as you can see, it sways. They love to get up there, lay up there. We put their feet up there sometimes, that's the hay. And they like to get up there and, you know, eat while swinging. 2 birds, 1 stone. You also see these brushes that we've added right here for them to scratch on, right? Which you could clearly see they utilize. But, you know, just a place for them to scratch. Yeah. But overall, I think this has been a hit with the goats. We probably did this move like 3 weeks ago or so. And they love it. That's just a little update of everything that's been happening on the farm since we last recorded. And hey, it's 2023. It's a new year. So one of my resolutions, if you will, goals that Natalie and I have really been speaking a lot about is just getting consistent with YouTube, taking it a little more seriously. So that's going to be, you know, the consistent uploads, the things that we post, how we keep you up to date, the storytelling, all of those things, right? So yeah, be on the lookout for those things to be taking place in this year. We look forward to sharing with you how we continue to grow the farm, beautify the farm. That's something that's really important to Natalie and I. And, you know, just really look forward to you following us on this journey. If you like what you saw today, you already know the deal, man. Hit like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share the video, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.